Hi guys, and here we are. It's the final Wave 16 attack wing review, and it's the USS Pasteur. Let's start with the model. It is pretty basic. The reason I've only used one peg is to just get it into full focus on the camera on this one. Very plain, as you can see. Front of the ship is very, very plain. You are getting some detail on the lifeboat hatches on the side, very similar again with the Dauntless that had that detail. There is some level of panelling. Well, I say panelling, that line just to put into the hull there. The fact they have bothered to actually paint the end of the engines, and the vents actually are painted within the lines, as you can see just here. They've actually bothered to paint within the lines in this one. So on a finishing quality, it's not bad. The engines are almost straight. I think there's a little kink in this one, but not too bad. But overall, she's not too bad. It's just a plain piece for me at the end of the day. It's all about the features, as it always is. So yeah, not too bad, not brilliant. As I always say, if you want a collector's model, don't go for attack wing. These aren't just going to be things to represent what you're doing on the board. It's all about what you do with it that counts. So there we go. As you can see again, third one, just the forward firing arc with this one. But yeah, it's not a bad little model. And we'll get to another one of my gripes with this one as we go through. Okay, here we go. Let's dive into the cards and look at those ship stats straight off the bat. And kicking it off, we have the USS Pasteur. Olympic class, attack of 1, defense of 1, hull of 5, and a shield of 4. 2 tech, 2 crew upgrades. So straight away, this screams at me, this is not a ship you want to be taking into any form of heavy battle. It is pretty manoeuvrable. It's got forward of 6 and the back of 1, plus it's got those really great right-hand turns at 3. Not at 2 like you got with the Ferengi Marauder that we just video reviewed. But it is a really nice manoeuvrable ship. You've got a lot of stuff you can do there, a lot of things that can get you in and out of trouble quickly. 3 features you're going to be using. You've got the evade, scan, battle stations, no target lock. Again, really playing to the fact that this is not a big ship that you're going to be doing a lot of heavy attacking with. And in the episode, it did take a pounding anyway from two Klingon warships in the future. Decent hull though, so it's going to be around for a bit. So it's going to be much of, I would see this as very much as a support ship, and it costs you 22 points, exactly the same as a Ferengi Marauder that we saw in this round. But you're getting a lot more manoeuvrability for this one and a lot more hull. Again, it depends what you're doing with your fleet, but this is I'm not sure whether I would use the Pasteur or not. The other thing that really is grinding with me is the fact that it is only for the Mirror Universe. If you're playing Faction Pure, you're not going to be able to put this onto your Federation fleet because it is purely Mirror Universe. I'm surprised personally they didn't dual faction it, as they've done with the Krenim Time ship, as they did with the Borg Soong ship, going back a few waves, and make this Federation as well as Mirror. But hey, I'm just a customer. Really nice ship at the end of the day, to at least get some tech and some crew upgrades on there. And I said, pretty manoeuvrable. If you are looking at using just in a generic Olympic class, you are losing 1 shield and 1 of your crew upgrades for 20 points. So the big feature that you can use here is if you perform a manoeuvre of greater than 5 or a speed of 5, so you've only got 2 as you can see from here, you've got a 6 or a 5, you can immediately perform an evade action as a free action, which considering that you'll be speeding around quite a bit, this is going to be pretty useful to get you in and out of trouble, give you a bit more defense, and really try and keep you in the game as long as possible. So yeah, it's going to be a ship that is not going to be taking it out there fighting on the front lines, but it'll certainly help you maybe finish off a few bits at the end. Moving on, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 options of captain here. So we'll start with the obvious one. So that's Captain Beverly Crusher. Should have been Beverly Picard. My thought initially was, hang on a minute, guys. This is obviously to stop people using lots of Beverly Crushers. But since she is a Mirror Universe character, it means you could technically use Beverly Crusher and Beverly Crusher anyway, because there are no other Mirror Universe options, or alternative future or alternative universe options of this captain, of this character. And I don't believe there's any other Beverly Crusher captain cards out there. So it's certainly going to be one that you might see 2 Beverly Crushers within your fleet because she is Mirror and the other one's Pure. So they could have called this one Beverly Picard and it would have made any difference whatsoever to the overall game. If you performed a green manoeuvre this round, you can convert one of your battle station results into an evade. If you are defending, really nice little piece of kit there. Again, it's pushing very much towards the defensive capabilities of the Pasteur rather than it being a ship that's going to be on your front lines, hitting the opposition with as much as it can. Cost of 3, Captain skill of 5. I'm a bit disappointed because while she is the only captain of the Pasteur, you're also getting 2 extra cards here. So you're getting Worf, who is a 6. I'm just going to move Beverly out of the window and pull Worf across. And you're also getting William T. Riker, who is a 7. So these guys never actually captained the ship. Worf was just a Klingon governor in the episode. But he does mean that you can roll a 1 attack and a 1 defense die this round if you place an auxiliary power token beside your ship. There's no need to disable the card, no need to discard the card, and just to keep you in the picture, there is, of course, the old lovely reminder token on there, which says +1 attack, +1 defense, and on the back it just says for use with Worf. So when you're looking through all your for use with Worf tokens, that you'll have about 9 of them by now, there's another one for you to pop in the basket. He's going to cost you 4 points in your Marineverse. So you'll have 2 versions of Worf already because you'll have one from the Regent's flagship. I didn't get the Regent's flagship. I'm a bad boy. But I'm not convinced that Worf should really be a higher captain skill than Beverly Crusher, in as it was her ship in the episode. Riker, however, this is one that kind of pushes me to say, are they really going to do an Enterprise D future version? Because we're going to get William T. Riker here. And that kind of blows in my mind that we're not going to get the future Enterprise as a mirror universe option. Riker lets you place a scan token beside your ship, and you can perform 1 action from your upgrade bar as a free action. So effectively, you've got a scan as a free action, and then you can pick whatever you. So you could, So basically, you're just doing the scan as a free action. You cannot perform the scan action as a free action this round. Well, that's kind of obvious, really. So you can do whatever you want as usual, and then you get to scan. Or is it the way around? It's the other way around, but it's the same thing. Again, all 3 of the captains that you've got, so Beverly, Worf and Riker, allow you to use the elite actions, and both Worf and Riker cost you 4 points. Riker you can also use as your fleet admiral. Again, it's exactly the same option you would use as a captain, but it means you can flog it out amongst your ships. It does mean that your captain skill goes up a 1, so Beverly would go up to a 6, Worf would go up to a 7. Am I really fussed about William T. Riker as an admiral in my Marineverse fleet? Probably not, if I'm absolutely honest with you, but there you go. Okay, so let's switch on and look at, just to say there is, of course, the generic captain, which is that one. It's actually one from a 1st or 2nd season episode. I can't remember the guy's name, but it is a Mirror Universe captain. There you go, Joy. Let's move on to tech upgrades. So your 2 tech upgrades are Impulse Drive and Inverse Tachyon Pulse. Impulse Drive, probably because they couldn't think of anything else to put into the pack. During the activation phase, you can, if you reveal a 1, 2 or 3 manoeuvre, straight bank. And before you move, you disable a card. And if you do so, you can make the manoeuvre a white manoeuvre. If the manoeuvre is a white manoeuvre, you treat it as a green. If the manoeuvre is a red, you treat it as a white. So effectively, you're avoiding putting any of those pesky little auxiliary power tokens onto your ship if you reveal one of those maneuvers during the activation phase. Nice move. Is it going to be used that much? Probably not. As I said before in other reviews, I'm not a great fan of using auxiliary power tokens and trying to avoid them as much as possible because it does play around with you for the next couple of rounds, and movement can be a little bit difficult. So I really do try and avoid using anything like that. For 2 points, another tech upgrade. When you initiate an attack where there is a scan token beside your ship, you may disable this card, and if you do so, the defending ship rolls 1 less defense dice against that attack. So that would really play towards your William T. Riker card if you were using Riker, just popping back in there, because he does allow you to place that scan token beside your ship, and then you could of course double it up when you're attacking by using the inverse tachyon pulse to do a little bit more damage and reduce your opposition. So you could effectively scan target lock and then use that to reduce 1 dice. That would cause some serious damage because then you can also get the chance to re-roll some of your dice as well and probably cause them a little bit of trouble. Moving forward, we seem to be getting through this one quite quickly this week. The 2 crew upgrades you've got are Alyssa Ogawa, Strangely enough, that's not from the final episode. Alyssa Ogawa, as she looks there, is from the 7th season episode Parallels. Nell Chilton is from All Good Things and was a crew member on the Pasteur, sorry. As you can see from the fact that Captain Crusher / Picard is just at the back there. So Ogawa, 2 points. Remove one disabled upgrade token from one of your tech or crew upgrades and then perform a scan or an evade action as a free action. So you're not losing your go to get rid of one of your disabled tokens off one of your tech or crew upgrades. Really, she's going to be much use on this ship. Again, a medical character. Probably, I say, most useful on this ship because there are no weapons upgrades. So you're never going to really be worried about having that problem of getting a weapons upgrade reactivated. But she'll certainly come into use. And you can also pop a scan or an evade action there as a free action. So she's giving you 2 for 1. It does seem there's a lot of free actions going on with this ship, as you've seen from Riker as well. Nell Chilton, while defending during the deal damage step after your ship suffers at least 1 hull damage, you can discard it and perform an additional green maneuver. So you get damaged, you get nailed, and then you can get out of the way. She was the helm officer in the episode, so yeah, it kind of makes sense that will be a nice little option for you to be able to do. Aren't too bothered about it as a crew option. Not greatly fussed, but yeah, I can see it being moderately useful. At least it means you might not take as much damage. The maximum you're going to be doing is going to be, if you're doing a green maneuver with the Pasteur, the maximum you're going to be doing is 2 forward. You can do a 1 to the left or to the right bank, or a 1 forward, but that's going to be about your most. So as long as the ship that you're dealing with isn't massively fast, you should be okay. Okay, moving on to the last of your cards with the Pasteur are the 2 elite actions, which you've got a yellow alert and Starfleet Intelligence. So they cost 2 for the yellow alert at the beginning of the combat phase. Before any attacks are made, discard this card. For 2, that's quite a nice cost, a 2 to be able to discard it. You're not paying for something that you want to be keeping around for a while. Again, you can place a battle stations or a evade token beside your ship. Interesting that there's a lot of things here which are giving you that free, effectively as a free action, and that's another one. So it's at the combat phase rather than being during the manoeuvring and your activation piece, which is an interesting one to do. And it's only 2, so you know if you are discarding it for 2, it's not going to be a great loss to your fleet. Starfleet Intelligence costing you 3. When defending during the modified dice step, you can discard the card to reroll any number of defense dice. Quite nice. It's effectively a target lock, a one-use defense target lock, if you will. And when attacking during modified dice, you may discard this card to reroll any number of your attack dice. It's effectively the ship's version of target lock, because that's the one thing that the Pasteur can't do, and you're having to pay for it by buying the ability to use it 1 time with this one. So yeah, potentially one that you want to use. The thing is, when you're attacking with this, you might want to put it onto one of your mirror universe ships, but you're only going to be able to have 1 attack die that you can re-roll. So you've got a sort of 50% chance of getting anything with that for 3 points. So maybe not that great a card to use with this one. I'd probably still look at trying to fit it out with tech and crew upgrades to make it as effective as possible. You do, of course, get the standard additional rules for admirals with this one, and the additional rules for the mirror universe, as you would expect. So you can put those into your filing system. And the mission for this time is... it's anti-time eruption, again based around that final TNG episode All Good Things, in which you have 2 players and you are looking to sort out the anti-time eruption, which is represented by your objective tokens. You've got your Klingon ships, 70 squadron points, including 2 Klingon ships exactly, and your mirror/Federation ships. So what they're saying is that what you want to do really is you want to be having one of them as the Pasteur. To spec, you want to be putting your truck of an Enterprise D in there as your Federation ship, or picking one of your favourite mirror universe ships. And the idea is that you've got to close the anti-time eruption. And you do that by loading the mission tokens to solve it. I haven't played it myself it seems like quite a nifty one. The idea is the Klingon ships have just got to destroy you before you sort the anti-time eruption out. So it's a fight for survival while you get that sorted. But yeah, it's a nice little one. Not one that I'm massively rushing to do, because I've got other ones that I need to sort out first. But yeah, so the Wave 16 ships have been okay. I think still my favourite one from the whole of the wave has been the Dauntless. It's certainly one that I'm now looking to play competitively, certainly alongside the Krenim ship, and I think I'm inclined to look at adding to my independent fleet and getting something like the Hirogen Hunter or the Vidian Fina Prime or the Borg Sung ship pretty soon to flesh that fleet out. So here, yeah, one last look at the Pasteur. As we said, it's an interesting little ship for your Mirror Universe fleet. I'm not sure if you'll be using it if you've got something like the Regent's flagship in there, if you've got your ISS Defiant in there, maybe if you've got your ISS Enterprise in there. I'm not sure if you'll have a place for the Pasteur in those ranks. But it certainly has some interesting defensive features, if nothing else. There's nothing really that you can do against other ships. It is very much about using this potentially as something that will distract while you're using your larger ships to get in there and attack and take the points off them. So we've got Wave 17 to look forward to, which we've got the IKS Tong, we've got the Thunderchild coming out in that one, and we've got the second of the Romulan Valdor class warbirds from Star Trek Nemesis coming in that wave, so they'll be out soon. I'm going to try and do some tutorials as well on playing the game, Admiral's rules, Mirror Universe things, just little bits that I think are particularly useful during playing with the game, and potentially going back and doing a few reviews on the earlier ships that I've got as well. So if you've got any questions, and I see I have a couple actually that I need to respond to, please let me know and I'll see what I can do and how I can help you. Again, pleasure, speak to you soon, and thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe, follow on the links that's been within the video, and we will be back shortly.
Transfer complete.